Hello and welcome to Warehouse Mondays Live. We're episode 4 talking about Castillo Monte Vibiano Vecchio out of Umbria, and then just a little bit about import, something called a use-up request with the TTB, which is the Alcohol Tax and Trade Bureau. So quickly, to talk about Castillo Monte Vibiano Vecchio and their wine Mon V, a little something to know is this wine comes from Umbria. So Umbria is located about an hour and a half drive from both Florence and Rome. So literally you're talking about being in the center of Italy and a wonderful place to visit, tons of history. When we're talking about this particular producer here, Monte Vibiano, we're talking about a producer who, yes, they have a castle, which is super cool. And what's even cooler about that castle is the fact that the original walls that were built for that castle were built 2 centuries before Christ. So super old, super historic. But on top of that, we're also talking about a producer that's cutting edge. To my knowledge, Castillo Monte Vibiano is the first producer in the world to be certified as having 0 greenhouse emissions. So they're not just telling you they're organic. They're not just stating that their production they take care of the environment. They're going as far to be certified as having 0 greenhouse emissions, which is a rigorous process to go under. And we couldn't be more proud to represent a producer like Castillo Monte Vibiano Vecchio that's doing such things. This wine here, this is called Mon V. So this is essentially, you've probably heard of super Tuscan wines. This wine will be, within the next year or so, it's going to be the first wine to have the designation and label of super Umbrian. So what does that mean? It means that there are some non-native varietals used in this wine. Even though the quality is up to the highest standards, it's difficult for this wine to have some of the labeling that traditional like DOC Chianti wines would have. So this wine is a blend of Sangiovese, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. 2/3 of this wine sees 6 months in stainless steel for the aging. Another third of it sees about 12 months in French oak barrels. And then what a lot of producers do when they want to get you a quality wine, the moment it hits the shelf or the moment that it's in a restaurant, they will bottle that wine, but then they will hold it for additional time. This wine is held for another 6 months in bottle before they even release it. It's a big, bold wine. We're talking about a wine that's 14.5% alcohol. This is going to stand up with roasted meats, great hearty pasta dishes. It's a great wine with rich stews and with cheese and things like that. And we couldn't be more proud to represent Castillo Monte Vibiano Vecchio and these amazing wines. Second off, I just wanted to get a little touch on the import side and mention what's called a use-up request. So this is something that I really hope you don't have to use, but it's something to know that it exists. So the TTB is the Alcohol Tax and Trade Bureau. As an importer, you're really going to want to get to know these guys. You're gonna have to talk to the TTB to get your labels registered and all of that good stuff. Every now and then, something may happen. A producer sends a shipment, and for some reason, they sent it with the wrong labels. If that happens, you don't necessarily have to send that wine back, which could be incredibly expensive for that wine to ship from Italy to the United States and then come all the way back here, and you have to send it back. If it happens and it's clearly a mistake, you write what's called a use-up request. You write a letter to the TTB, you explain the situation, you explain exactly how much wine it is, you explain how long it will take for you to use up that wine, and hopefully they will give you an approval and help you out. So that's it for today, just a couple short tips, and we'll see you again next Monday. Thank you so much for watching.